Good evening, everyone. Can a decent away win translate into the follow-up game at home now? I'd love it to. I would love it to. And Middlesbrough being in form, I think, should help us because then they'll want to get the ball and play and come out. And that should, play into our hands a bit. Games tonight. We need Sheffield Wednesday to beat Norwich. And we could do with Southampton taking something off Coventry as well. But let's jump in anyway, shall we? Ollie's going to that Berlin thing. Good. Surprised he hadn't done that earlier. But yeah, they've done it now. I thought they'd have done it over Easter, to be honest with you, but clearly not. City should wear away or third kit for the remaining home games. Need some more use at the third kit. Definitely do. Rich, how you doing? Tommy, how you doing? Theo, how you doing? I haven't got any Jaffa cakes, but I've got chocolate digestives downstairs, I think. Shall I pop down and do it? Shall I pop down and get a chocolate digestive? It's a McVitie's biscuit still. I think I might. I'm going to do it. I'll be back in like 20 seconds. Scrap that, I ain't got any. We have no chocolate digestives. Oh well. Yeah, Craig, you're right. We could do with some favours from Southampton and Chef Wednesday tonight. You two, shut up. Yeah, I've disappointed you all there, haven't I? I'm sorry I don't have any biscuits. I would have done it with some of these had I not eaten them all 2 hours ago while I was on an online geography revision session. Speaking of which, I've got a bit of work to do, so I'm going to try and get through this quite quickly tonight. So if you like a longer preview, tonight's not going to be one of those. Simon, you do not need to bring me any biscuits. It's fine. I can do without. Lakilo finally scored a goal out on loan. Unbelievable player. Well, the bottom of the Portuguese league is about his level. Anyway, Coyle and Giles are back, and Liam Delap is back in training as well. Liam Rossigna did say that there's a player who they're fitness testing, but it didn't reveal that player. So we'll see. We'll see what it is. You watch. You'll be doing all this, and it'll be like James Furlong or Brandon Fleming, who won't even play. All the Borough fans reckon Giles will be horrendous. Well, I think they'll be wrong. Delap will not be on the bench tomorrow. Rosenior has said that it's too early, but he'll be involved in some capacity against QPR on Saturday. My personal opinion is that Rosenior won't throw him in straight away. He'll have him on the bench and he'll get 20, 25 minutes off the bench. But it'll be good. It'll be good to have Liam Delap back. I think he'll definitely turn up early to the game tomorrow, and it'll be nice to see him. Ohio last game. I think Ohio and Sharp will definitely be pushed down the pecking order now Liam Delap's back, because Ohio was pretty much brought in as our alternative to Liam Delap, as in similar style player. But come on, Liam. It's so good to have him back. In case you're wondering as well, from the last preview, the voice still isn't really that much better. I feel better in myself, but yeah, we'll see. Ashley, upon seeing your message, I have some news you will not like. For the first time in a year, it's Gavin Ward. It's Gavin Ward. I'm just waiting for Ashley's chat message to come through in reaction to that. There it is. I want to die. Game's over before it's begun. No. It's Gavin Ward. It's like it was Rebecca Vardy's account. Game week 42 is how long it's taken us to have Gavin Ward. Since that Reading game, it's been over a season's worth of games since we last had him. So we should have. I was expecting to see a Gavin Ward at some point this season, but I can imagine Liam Rosenior saw that, and I can imagine his head hit the roof. Reading last season, PTSD at home and away. At home and away. Who the liners and fourth official are don't really matter. It's Gavin Watt when he turns up tomorrow. Oh, do I say something? Now, I don't condone referee abuse at all, but it's Gavin Ward, and I'm like, I don't think I will. I think I'd get to it and I'd bottle it. But yes, this is nice, isn't it? We've got our old pal Gav back. No, this is the first time we've had him this season, AGU. I'm absolutely sure of that. But when I saw his name, I am now convinced that we will not get more than a point. AJ, you seem pretty sad about this. So, yeah, Keith Stroud. I will check my programme, though. Just give me a second. God, there's a lot of programmes here. Bloody hell. Yeah. Yeah. Keith Stroud. Referees. Keith Stroud refereed the home game. To be fair, it's not like he's biased apart from Reading. He's just a horrid ref. Yep. Terrible referee. Thoughts on Greaves as a person? I've heard he's very self-centered and thinks he's above everybody. No. Jacob Greaves. I've known Greavesy for nearly 6 years, and yeah, he's a great guy. He's a lovely kid, lovely guy. That's all I have to say on the matter. Greaves is a top bloke. Connor, no, I will not, because you're an embarrassment, quite frankly. All kinds of wrong with that. Unlike Fabio, who told me to hurry up. Fabio's a strange one. He is a really, really strange one. That's about all. That's about. Look, he's an all right lad, is Fabio. Let me take 11 of those cards. He had a huge stack of them like that. So they're not. There's 20 minutes worth of the queue left. They're not gonna get through all of them, are they? If you signed them, I'll take as many as I want. You see, when you catch him at the right moments, he's all right. Is Carvalho, but then there are some games where he just like walks straight past people, signs one thing, and then just goes. So strange, very strange. I love Tyler Morton's accent. He dropped my pen before Stoke and said, "Shit." I can't do a Scouse accent because my throat's so sore. You need to get right. You need to like talk from the very back of your throat there and do the, and it's really, really, ow. Yeah, I'm not doing that. But to be fair, a lot of it will just a lot of it will be why I like fans before games. They're trying to get in the zone ultimately, and they want as sort of little hindrance to that as possible. And it's impossible to get in now the stadium without getting asked by someone to sign something, unless you park like around near Tiger Leisure, like Keane Lewis Potter used to do when no one is. So most of them, when you catch them at the right points, they are genuinely nice people, but it's just you've got to catch them right. And if you see them before a game, chances are they just want to get inside, and they're not going to be focused on really what they say to people. They don't. Not that I'm aware of. Greaves' parking spot was round the back a few years ago, but Ozan either goes in the 1904 lounge or walks through to main reception and players' entrance. Greaves parks pretty close and goes in the players. Coyle parks pretty close and goes in the players. Ryan Giles is lovely. Ryan Giles is genuinely so nice. There aren't many footballers nicer than him, to be honest. Matty Jacobs, brilliant as well. He's always really, really talkative and what have you. Anyway, right, I said I wanted to get this preview done quick because I've got work to do. So, let's do it. Stats from the Cardiff game. We actually had less shots than them, which is a bit surprising, but made them count this time. Made them count, and that's all you need to do. Possession stats looking good there as well. Head-to-head, looking at Middlesbrough's team, in their last game, 2-0 win over Swansea, their team was Seny Dieng in goal. Back four was Matt Clark and Johnny Howson were the two centre-backs. And then Luke Ayling and Luke Thomas were the two full-backs. Holding midfield two of Dan Barlaser and Luke O'Brien. Then Isaiah Jones, Sam Greenwood and Finn Azaz were the three behind striker Emmanuel Lath. Is Marcus Force injured? Is Marcus Force injured? Someone tell me. Someone tell me. I can't find it on the website. Is Marcus Force injured? He's going to miss the remainder of the season. Wrong book. He's going to miss the remainder of the season. Bollocks. That's going to be blank then. Unless next this before season before that. Can I just cheat? And will it, has he signed it? Yes! I can cheat. He signed it fully on the white so I can scan it in and upload it. And cheat to complete it. I mean, and then when we see him next season, I can get him to sign the actual one. But can't believe Marcus Force is injured. Unbelievable that. Absolutely unbelievable. Current form then. Give me a sec. I've forgotten to move the tabs so I can flick between the two. So, Middlesbrough, they're in really good form actually. Unbeaten in the last 5. 3 wins, 2 draws. Wins came against Birmingham, Sheff Wednesday and Swansea. Draws against Blackburn, And Southampton, they've actually only lost one of their last, what's that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're unbeaten in 7. We hadn't won in 6 and then got back to winning ways against Cardiff. But there were like 1, 2, 3. There were 4 draws in there. And then the defeats to Stoke and Leeds. But I can't believe Marcus Forss is injured. That's gutting, that. But I can make it work. I'll just get him next year. Table then, Middlesbrough are actually above us. Probably is partly due to the fact we've got a game in hand on them. But they have just sort of crept up from nowhere. It wasn't long ago that we were saying on the pod, Middlesbrough are in this group of teams here that had nothing left to play for. They've put themselves with us, and we still deem ourselves in the playoff fight. So Middlesbrough are technically still in the playoff fight. Above us, same points, same goal difference. They're above us on goals scored. And it's tight. Like we say, could do with Norwich and Coventry to lose or have points taken off them. So please, Sheff Wednesday and Southampton, if there is a God, Rotherham down. But this is all really tight. This is all really, really tight. And that will go to the final day. Can't believe Blackburn have got the league's top scorer and they're 16th in the league, 4 points outside the relegation zone. That's unreal. Around the grounds then on Championship Match Day 42, kicking off in about 5 minutes' time. Preston versus Huddersfield, Southampton versus Coventry, Sheff Wednesday versus Norwich, Plymouth versus QPR, Millwall versus Leicester. And then at 8 o'clock is Leeds versus Sunderland. Tomorrow at 7:45, Birmingham versus Cardiff, Bristol City versus Blackburn, us versus Middlesbrough, Ipswich versus Watford. And then the 8 o'clock kickoffs are Swansea versus Stoke and West Brom versus Rotherham. Memorable match. The 4-2 in the Prem, obviously. What a game this was. It was 3-2 at half time. It was 3-2 at half time. Then big slabhead Maguire. Love it. Negredo gave Borough the lead. Lazar Markovic made it 1-1. Umar Nias made it 2-1. Abel Hernandez made it 3-1. Sorry, I'm struggling now. Throat is so bad. Matchday vlog tomorrow is going to be a mess, by the way. I hope I wake up and my throat is just like miraculously recovered. The best thing I can really do is stop talking. But if I talk, it just like seizes up and it becomes impossible to open my mouth again when I actually need to speak to someone or ask a question or whatever. So I just sort of have to keep rabbiting and it'll be all right. Martin de Roon made it 3-2 in stoppage time at the end of the first half, and then Slabhead, love it. Harry. Brilliant. Team that day was Jakupovic in goal. Back four was El Mohammadi, Ranocchia, Maguire and Robertson. Midfield was Klukas and Ndai central, with Markovic and Grzycki wide. 2 strikers were Nias and Hernandez. The bench, David Marshall, the goalkeeper, David Myler, Sean Maloney, Adama Diamande, Michael Dawson, Marcus Henriksen, and Evandro, with Marco Silva as the gaffer. I have no idea how that team ever went down. And then last time out, it was a 2-1 win at the Riverside in December. Smashing little evening out. Emmanuel Latte gave them the lead after 6 minutes. Then in the second half, we pulled it back through Delap and Tufan. team was all stopping goal. Back four was Christie, Jones, Greaves, and Coyle. Midfield, three of Seri, Morton, and Slater. Delap was wide right, Twine left, and Connolly through the middle. Bench, Ingram, Vinagre, McLaughlin, Tufan, Doherty, Traore, Vaughan, Smith, and Sellers, Fleming, Rosenior, the gaffer. And our record against Middlesbrough is pretty mixed. Under Rosenior and Carrick, these two teams have played each other twice and they've won one each. Borough winning 3-1 at their place last season, us winning 2-1 at their place this season. Before that, the game before Rosenior was appointed, we lost 3-1 to them. And then we did the double over them the season before in the October, winning at home. Lewis Potter and Wilkes scoring that day, and then in the April winning 1-0 away. Keno the scorer. Still don't know how we won that game. That was an absolute shotter, fluke class. Simon, I don't think we'll make playoffs anyway, to be honest with you. But defeat tomorrow night would absolutely seal it. But I think it's already 99% sealed anyway. Just because it 6 points is going to be very, very difficult to make up. Looking forward to seeing more of Abdush. I really, really like Abdush. I think he's a brilliant, brilliant little player. Moving on, shared shirts. Richie Smallwood tonight came through Middlesbrough's academy, made his debut for them in 2010, was with them through to 2014, 72 appearances, 4 goals, joined us when he left Rotherham in the summer of 2020, became captain straight away, got us promoted from League One, helped us consolidate in the Championship for a season as well in the Grant/Shotter year. May then left on a free and went to Bradford, 74 appearances, 2 goals for us. Swap the 2 and the 4 around. Predicted team then. I think this is quite harsh, but I feel like Allsop in goal. I feel like you can't keep Coyle and Giles out the team with Jones and Greaves, the 2 centre backs. So Allsop in goal, back 4, Coyle, Jones, Greaves, and Giles. I just don't think you can keep them out of the team. Slater's done brilliantly. But you just can't keep Louis Coyle out of the team the way he's been playing. You just can't. And Giles as well has got so much to offer us. He's been brilliant since he's come in, I think. Midfield, Morton, Seri, Carvalho. On the right, Abdush. On the left, Philogene. And up top, Ozan Tufan. Bench, Panda, McLaughlin, Ohio, Traore, Slater, Jacob, Christie, Connolly, and Zaruri. It's harsh. I know it's harsh. But I just don't think you can have those 2 sat on the bench. Yeah, it's. Feel bad for Zaruri. That's strange. Why do you feel bad for Zaruri? He's not set the world alight, and Abdush has shown more, despite not scoring. Abdush has shown more in what up until the last 2 games has been a lot less minutes. I don't necessarily think he's a baller. He's all right, but I don't think he's anything more than that. Despite the fact we probably won't go up this season, I feel like we're well set for next season, even if we lose players like Jane Carvalho and Greaves, reinvest into deals for Morton and Delap. Fair enough. I've been watching 21s recently. Ollie Green deserves a debut. You know my passion for the 21s. Ollie Green is incredible. I said this on a preview the other night. I'm not sure which one. We were talking about contracts. I think it was Cardiff. And, well, I think all if we keep Ollie on, which I think we should do. I think he's an incredible player. He's a phenomenal player. When you consider his height as well, he's not the biggest lad, but his presence in the midfield is brilliant. And the 21s, can I just say, with Ollie, with Rocco, with Tyrell, and with Stan Ashby in that team, the 21s they're just a way more complete side. And I think a big reason why they've struggled so much this season is because they've not had Ollie in there quite a lot, because he's been out on all sorts of loans. He was at York for a couple of months. Yeah, he's a phenomenal player. And it, like AGU says, that it would be silly to let Ollie Green go. I hope we keep him so much. Predicted scores then. What your predicted scores in? Craig says 2-0. Ollie says he broke up with his bed because he watches too much football. Simon say the academy in my age and under 14s I've seen play their quality. 3-1 loss, it's dodgy Gav. 2-1 Borough, off to watch Norwich lose now. 2-1 to City. I'm going to say 2-1 City win. We'll pull it out the bag somehow. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow for a very croaky match day vlog. Thank you for watching. Take care of the Tigers. And